another episode of the What Was Said. Oops,
yes.
If you can't hear me, just put it in the chat. It's been a long day.
I do hear who said that. Who said
Perfect. How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing good. I'm glad to be in the number.
One more time,
one more again, because it's not
how
always
was your week? I feel like we have not talked all
we actually
week
really
long. Why is
that?
It
wasn't unusual because normally we'd FaceTime, get on the conversation, get on the phone, but this time it was straight text. Hey, I had a couple of things going on, but yeah, we're good to go. Oh, we can't hear you. Mel. What's going on? So you all, this is what you call the haves and the have-nots. I can't hear you, Mel. Melanie? Melody from heaven, rain down on me. Come on, man.
Can you know?
There we go. Come on, Verizon.
Don't do me, because for the past couple of weeks we have not been able to hear your ass. So please don't do me, y'all. So if you didn't hear me in the beginning, welcome to the what. Hold on, I know y'all ain't reading me in the comments. I know.
Hey, at least they know where the issue lies.
Now, I done had a hard day on them plantation, and y'all better not be reading me in the comments. Jesus. Anyway, y'all, welcome to another episode of the What Was Said podcast. I'm your girl, Melanie P.
Yes. Come on, Mel. I'm your boy, Mike, aka Simba. What's up? Yes.
Listen, how's your mental health? How are you feeling? What are you doing? What's going on with life? How are you feeling?
Mental health is good. Just trying to stay on track. Just forever, trying to stay positive, especially with, and of course, I know we'll get to it later, but when it comes to the whole political and everything, it can be draining. Just listening and looking at that 24/7. And so sometimes, you gotta woosah.
People saying bitch be on time. Listen. It is election
Be on time.
year. It is election year. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It is election year.
Yes. Did you vote early?
Anyway.
Did you go to early voting?
Yes, I did. No, I haven't gone to early voting. But I plan to go to regular time voting.
Okay.
You know how we do. My mental health is great. I'm lying. Okay. I'm so tired, y'all. It's been a very, very long week. I really do feel like I have been picking cotton all week. And I mean, I hate to say that because it's not like funny, but it's true. Like, I feel so depleted after work, and I have so much work to do. There's so much work to do even when I get off.
I get you. I definitely get you. I think some of the employers, these companies are taking advantage of us.
They're taking advantage of us.
They really are.
They are taking advantage of us. And that's your nail on the head. They're taking advantage of us.
Mm-hmm. They give you lower pay, give you all this work.
Yes. What they're doing, and I have been hearing this across the board, but these companies, like, they are giving 5 jobs to one person. Yes. Like, and spreading you so thin.
Right. And then they'll try to encourage you and make it seem like something good. No. Right. You're not even paying me what you asked me to do.
Right. And then listen, I can go all day,
on and on.
On and on and on and on. But you know what? We start every episode with a funeral. Listen, this is
R.I.P.
I'm gonna be very serious. R.I.P. R.I.P. P.I.R. Y'all. This is very, very sad. This guy fell off. Liam, I'm sorry, I said this guy, Lord forgive me, because I did not mean to say that this guy, Lord, it's been a long day. Y'all, Liam Payne of One Direction fell
Yes.
off the third floor. Now, I don't know if this was I don't know what's going on with this, but I feel like there's some type of foul play. And what's concerning to me is that there has been a lot of people taking their own lives lately, and it's making me feel very sad. Like, do you think he actually
Yeah.
fell off the third floor, or do you think that there was some kind of foul play?
I think there was quite a few things that came into play with this. So, I mean, as you see, I try to highlight here that
I see.
call it, yeah, just a little bloop bloop. That from what it was saying, I guess he was management downstairs already was trying to get his attention, but he was
Mhm,
in his room for about 3 days. But they
mhm.
said he was partying, breaking
3
stuff, and just
days?
doing drugs. Yeah, that's what it says right here.
Ugh,
Like they had him, he was in
Lord.
there for like 3 days. But you know how some of these stars, like, especially if they got status, they
Mhm,
don't want you to bother them.
mhm.
Sometimes, they get their
Shoe
way,
fly
but
don't bother
unfortunately,
me. Mm.
right. But I do think drugs
But
play
do you think
a
that it was like you think he offed himself?
intentional.
Yeah.
Honestly, you never know. You never
But
know.
what do you think?
I
If you
think
had to
it
guess.
was. I think he had a lot going on.
Yeah,
I think he got a
yeah.
lot going on.
I feel like stories like this, unfortunately, I feel like stories like this often the truth comes out a little bit later.
Right.
Now I feel like there might have been some kind of like something involved, like a substance involved. I don't know. This is all alleged, child. I just really don't know. But I'm like, how do you fall off the third floor?
You are now tuning
Right.
to
And then like,
That's Scary
why he just
with
didn't
your
let him-
host, Melanie P. A podcast about everything from relationships to finance, sex, and what's going on in the
Do you
culture.
hear anything on your end?
Every week, a different guest host, a different topic.
I hear your That's
Unshared.
Scary Melody
So
podcast.
sit back.
Ooh, my bad. I pressed the wrong button.
Baby, will you promote your other show on top of this
Not do
podcast?
that. Don't do that. You know I'm not like that. Like I said,
Yeah, go ahead. You
do
good.
you feel like somebody was saying why he didn't land on his feet? Like, do you think if you jump off a
What
third
the
floor, it's
hell?
possible to land on your feet?
You ain't no damn cat. You can land on your feet, but you busting ankles, kneecaps, and maybe that hip. That's the third floor. You
Third
don't know what
floor.
type of hotel he was in. Now, some of these hotel rooms, they big. They ain't just,
Yeah, the
so.
hotel room might be big, but the third floor is the third floor is the third floor.
But I'm
So
talking about like the height of the room in itself. Like the rooms are different, and you don't know what type of expensive hotel he could have been in. So that third floor could have been like a good 50-foot drop.
yeah, and then somebody said that there was like a pool right outside of that. Oh my God, Melanie, do not. I don't want to laugh. I'm not laughing at this, but like there was a
Uh-huh.
pool outside of his hotel room, and that he was trying to jump in the pool and missed.
So it looks like he did have some issues with substance abuse and mental health.
Mm.
He has been very vocal about it. So that's what it's showing here. So
Y'all,
yeah.
yeah, suicide rates have been on the rise in the recent years after a brief dip during the first year of the COVID pandemic, but now they have skyrocketed back up. Why do you think that every couple of months you're hearing about someone offing themselves? Like I feel like when I was young, I know back, even back as far as when you was young.
You keep trying to get me on this age. Don't try it because we was in the same preschool class.
Even back in your day, we didn't really hear about a lot of people offing themselves. But now we hear about it constantly. Why do you think that's such a quick option for people? You think it's mental health?
Mhm.
You think like what is it, do you think?
I just feel like these days, when it comes to mental health, substance abuse, and just any other things that some people may be struggling with,
Mhm.
I feel like a lot of people are, people poke fun. So therefore, they're not going to reach out for help. So I think,
Mm.
sometimes when people feel that pressure and they do want to vocalize it, they don't want to be made fun of or just like, oh, here we go. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we have to, just lighten it up a little bit and
But
allow
do you
people to
think
tell
it
their
has
truth.
but we were bullied. I mean, I know you were, right? We were all bullied.
Y'all in these comments, she has been getting me together since we started tonight.
Listen, a lot of some of us was bullied more than others. But we didn't off ourselves. Like, why is that just such an easy option now? You know?
I honestly don't feel like. Okay, let's be clear. Yeah. I honestly don't feel like it's an easy option. This is a transparent moment for me, which is fine because I don't care. One day I'll write a book. But yeah, no, I had my moments where I felt like, you know what, I'm done, I'm good. But I had people in my corner. And it wasn't like I felt like it was an easy option. It just felt like I didn't have any other
only
options.
option.
So, but then also too, wanting to, I guess, seek help at the same time, you didn't want to get judged. Because let's think about it. In our community, especially early on, it's one of those things of you keep everything in-house. Going to therapy is, you know, for the crazy folks.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's what I can give to, you know, your question. But yeah.
Well, you know, since we're being transparent, child, I feel like I've been there too. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like I've been to a place where it's crossed my mind. But if we're being honest, I think that crosses a lot of people's mind. But this generation, they act like they act.
Right.
I'm really curious, like, what's the difference?
I guess
like,
because you know how they depend on social media, as far as then to feel validated or to get an opinion from, versus us. We didn't have the social media to, you know, push us in a certain direction. We actually have people we can either go and talk to, or, you know, someone in your face. Versus, you know, so I think that is a big difference as well.
This is awful, the question I'm going to ask, but if you would do it, how would you do it?
Oh my God, I wouldn't even want to think that way. But
like, would you be a pill person? Would you be a rope person? Like, what would you do?
I would hope it would be quick, but yeah.
I'm gonna tell you a funny story because I hate that. See, that's me. That's how I show my depression through comedy. One time, my partner made me very, very angry, and I can be dramatic. So you know what I did?
What?
You don't sound excited about this story.
No, what did you do?
I literally went in the room and I got several sheets and I tied them together. I wrapped them around the banister and then I put a noose on the end as if I was about to hang on. And I did it, and I wanted to see his reaction when he walked in. You know?
Why would you want to play like that or do that?
Yes, I was mad. I was kind of mad. So like when he walked in, all he saw was a sheet hanging.
Well, did he feel guilty?
You know, he didn't even come upstairs. I was
so he didn't take you serious. Oh my God, y'all!
I don't know if somebody is serious. I don't know what, but that's what I did, which is not funny. But you know what? Who else I think could be dealing with this? And this is a reason I truly feel as to why, like, people often. No, you didn't go out of order. Y'all, Slim Thug says real women are going to be mad when female robots start pleasing.
Oh, hold on. Which one you wanted to talk? Oh, you switched it up.
Deon, child. Like, I was just going in the order of what we had on the show. Like, you know,
you switched it up on me.
I was trying to go in order. I was trying to.
Hold on. Let me remove you.
Here we go.
Give me 1 second.
Jesus. While he fumbles to find what is right, put a comment in here and tell us how you feeling and how your mental health is in the comments, because it's all 1,700 of y'all.
Okay, come on, 1,700.
How you feeling? I see Sky Blue and Tiffany having a whole conversation. I didn't do that before. Oh, you don't see that?
Hold on, wait a minute. I can't wait a minute.
It never happens for you. I don't know. I don't know how that happens.
I don't care. Shoot, it is what it is.
That's so weird.
Come on.
But y'all, this is another reason as to why I feel like, you know, people, especially in the Black community, sometimes they take their own lives because of this situation right here, y'all. So Deon Cole, right? He was on Club Shay Shay, where everybody go now, child. Like, come to our podcast, come to our
Okay, just come on.
podcast. But
Come
he was on the Club
on.
Shay Shay podcast, and he was saying that, people was thinking that he was, gay because of an outfit that he had on. And it had me thinking, like, this had a major toll on him. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, this is another reason in my mind why people are so quick to judge. And social media is just like right there in your face. As soon as you think it, as soon as you assume it, it's right there. You can go viral in the wrong direction. And I feel like this is the case with Deon. What do you think about that?
Just no, it's definitely yeah, no, it's definitely the case. If you want, I mean, I can play the audio.
Yeah, play that.
All right.
The Earth, Wind, and Fire, Ohio players, the stylistic, the bar.
Let me see if I scroll up and scroll down.
Everybody wore that shit.
Everybody. Teddy Pendergrass, band, name Marvin Gaye, you name somebody. They what they want.
And it's only with black folk. Ain't a white person yet came to me and talked to me about my bell bottoms. But you know who hired me? White folks. When black folks wasn't even hot, weren't fucking with me. I was doing all like white shows, TV shows and all that, still getting my money quietly getting my money and getting it. You know what I mean? But black folks, man, I never understood why my own people would do that shit to me. Man, my ticket sales shot down after that. I couldn't sell out
just by wearing
because of those goddamn pants, man. But now you look out, everybody wearing bell bottoms. Everybody wearing them shits. They everywhere. They wearing them motherfuckers and videos and everything. And ain't nobody talking shit about them. Ain't nobody talking shit about them. But coming out the gate, you make these fashion choices and you either the hottest shit moving or you burn, Like,
but then also too, I do want to just say this. I know with Tabitha Brown, she was saying the post-traumatic slave syndrome is real, forcing us to hate each other and tear each other down, which I feel like, yeah, that definitely plays a part. And then like this other person said, it's because black people have a narrow view of masculinity. But yeah, these things, are, these are some things that contribute to, people wanting to take their own lives or just, going off the rails. So
now I'm gonna tell you this. When I look at this, it could be twofold, right? This could, and I don't know his sexual preference. I'm assuming he's a straight man because I think that's kind of
straight man. And he loved older women. He called them vintage.
Okay. Here we go.
No, that's the thing. He says vintage women. Vintage women is his thing.
But let's say he didn't like women, right? And let's say that he actually was, gay. And let's say that this was his way of trying to kind of test the waters. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that's the case. But like, let's say that was the case. The black community, like you said, they're so judgmental. Now, I want to hear more. I don't know if you know any more about it, but I want to hear more about this stuff that Tabitha was saying. Like, you think it comes from some type of like trauma? Like
could you remember last week when we were talking about it and you were pretty much saying are you asking a question and why men can't live in their truth, and it's things like this. But then I also stated, of course, a way that the slave masters broke down the men. They pretty much raped them in front of their family. So since then it's always been noted like, okay, let's, make sure that doesn't happen again. And we don't want to be viewed in that way. So I think that's kind of what she was saying, that part as well.
I'm trying to really process that. And, I'm just going to be honest. I'm trying to process that, right?
It's a lot, trust me.
Yeah, I'm trying to process that because, and I'm just being honest. I'm saying what I'm thinking. Like, how could that affect us now? But I guess the same way slavery still affects us now. I don't know. It's very loaded. I would love to hear a psychologist or like a therapist talk to us about the true trauma of our past, of like the past. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of people say, especially a lot of white people say, that was 400 years ago. Get over it. Like, get over it. But I really want to get a better understanding of like the psychology behind how that trauma then affects us now, because black people, especially when it comes to anything that's not just on this traditional line,
Right.
They go crazy. And I was actually telling my coworker today, when it comes to religion, right? Religion was often used to brainwash the slaves, to get them in line, to
Control.
get them to control them, to get them to do what they wanted to do. Okay, but now that same religion, a lot of us still like kind of follow that same religion. And I think that same religion is kind of keeping us in bondage. Like, we have to evolve. And I feel like that's where that whole religion, Black people, brainwashing, that to me, as I'm saying it out loud, is where the brainwashing is still here. Because Black people, they be in church, child. And they be sometimes, not all the time, because I don't want the church to continue to get a bad rep. But when you look online, you look on social media, often it is always some type of mess. You didn't got to look online. You can just go to your church on Sunday and start going regularly. Like, there's always some type of drama or messiness going on. How can that be? It's because a lot of times people are more attached to the church, less attached to spirituality, more attached to the church, less attached to that personal relationship with God. They're more attached to dressing up on Sunday and looking good for like appearances, and then be doing the most devilish shit, you know what I'm saying, once the church is over. Church is really brainwashing. And I know that you're very religious. I know that your parents, are religious. Like, what do you think about that, honestly? Like, how has that affected you?
No, I mean, that is like a big question. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yes.
When it comes to religion, especially, you stating how it was used far as in, within slavery to try to control the masses. I guess it was the interpretation of the scriptures that, they were using for their benefit versus actually elaborating on what the full scale of that scripture is. So, I mean, this is a subject
aren't they doing that now? But isn't that the same thing they're doing now?
Yeah, it's the same thing that's being done now in a way. The only thing I can say,
tell the truth. No,
the only thing that I can say is make sure you have your own personal relationship with God, because I'm not.
Feel it.
No. I haven't been to church in, oh my God, eons, and I'm a PK. And my dad has his own church. That? Because I just feel like when it, especially with my sexuality, my sexuality and constantly being told I'm going to hell and not getting the support and et cetera, I just don't feel like having to deal with it. So that's why I don't even go to church. But I mean, that's another topic, another subject. That's my personal.
No, it's not. Let's stick here.
But I do want to encourage people to, yes, have their own relationships with God. As long as you have that back and forth with God, yes, church, you are supposed to go to recharge, because you're around like people. But that does not mean if you don't go to church, then you are the worst sinner of them. No.
So you hadn't been to church, like, as you say, in eons. How have you been recharging?
You said how I have? Well, I have my gospel music. I have, like I said, my own personal relationship. Like, throughout the day, I say my prayers before I go to sleep. If there's something that I need or want, or I need forgiveness for, because of what I've done, definitely I'm talking to God about it. Praying with my mother or, my father, always praying over me, even on conversation, on the phone, out of the blue, like, son, let me just pray for you real quick. So those things kind of, add up for me to, keep myself aligned.
How does your father feel that you haven't been to church in eons and he's a pastor?
He understands where I'm coming from, with some of my reasonings. And my dad is the type of pastor that's not going to try to force you to come to church. He's not the type of person that's going to force religion on you, because he's a psychologist as well, pretty much. For the most part.
Period.
So he
for the most part now.
because he did go to school for psychology, but at the same time he was a counselor for the youth, I guess, in the not prison, but
Thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate your openness. I appreciate your vulnerability. You've talked about offing yourself and about different things tonight. And it's only been about 10 minutes, you know? Like, what else are you going to tell us tonight? I love it. I love the transparency. I love the community, y'all. Make sure you are liking, subscribing before we get on to the next topic, y'all. Now, we're talking about men, child. We're talking about men. Now, here's a man. It's been something about this guy that I don't know. Like, he kind of rubs me the wrong way. So Slim Thug is saying that real women are going to be mad when the robots start pleasing men without complaints. Share that footage, child.
All right. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Roll that beautiful bean footage. I don't hear anything.
They do be going in on that Rose though.
I don't hear anything.
Baby.
Got something good for us. If not Elon, China. What you think that role them women gonna be them robot women gonna be able to do? We need a robot woman that's just as Debbie Downer. We gonna call her Debbie Downer. She gonna down you in about a second. Just like they be capping about that role, we gonna get us, she do everything. And don't complain.
Gonna have
That's gonna be a slogan.
25,000.
She do everything and don't complain. Don't drop me a robot. Hard.
So, I mean, what do you think about that? What's your
I'll
thoughts?
tell you what I think. Like, he talking as if they're not gonna be making AI, AI men for us. Here's my question to you: what is the rose for a man?
What is the rose for a man?
Yeah.
I mean, you have your fleshlights. Not flash, but flesh lights.
Oh, fleshlight. Oh.
You have that. Then you have they got this new. Never mind. But they got this new one.
No. What they got new? Tell us and bring us out so we can see.
No. I mean, they got some decent toys. Okay, I'm over here playing with my toy. No, they got this one thing that. Okay, so
here we go.
I mean, they got toys for men too.
But what kind of toys? Like, because I know that there was a point where like everybody was going in on the rose.
Mm-hmm.
What is the rose for a man? I guess. Well, you know what? Here's the difference. Men can orgasm by just breathing, and women cannot. So I think there probably isn't going to be.
What?
What?
You said men could just orgasm by breathing.
Like a man can orgasm in. Well, you said like you in 3 seconds. You said you orgasm in 3 seconds.
I said 3 minutes. Thank you.
Oh, 3 minutes, 3 seconds. It's horrible. But at the end of the day, it's so easy for a man to get sexual pleasure easily, but it's not for women. Now, to me,
go
ahead.
Now, I was gonna say I do feel like the toys can, I'm about to say impair your judgment, affect your sex life. Because if it becomes dependable upon that toy that your husband, boyfriend, or whomever can't achieve, then you're gonna be looking at them sideways. Yeah. Because I mean, the guy ain't built like no toy that got a battery in it that can keep on going. Like,
that's true.
So I mean, it has its good, and it has.
But see, here's my thing. Like, and let's be honest, and I'm gonna be honest. Like, could a robot actually take the place of a physical partner? And I'm gonna tell you why. So my friend, my sister-in-law child, she sent me something where AI, like they have this new chat GPT, they talk to you, you can talk to it. I've been talking to her. Like, I have been talking to her, having full blown, like, me and her had a full blown conversation, and she was helping me with some things, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm going way too far with this. I'm talking to her like she's really right here, you know what I'm saying? So that's just the beginning. Like, do you think that if they put flesh like substances or whatever and create a robot, could it really take the place of humans? I think it could. I really do.
It can, but that's a dangerous thing. I wouldn't want to depend on something that's non-human to validate me, the emotional side, you know, I guess kind of give me what I need from an actual, that's too much for me. I wouldn't want that.
I don't know. I'm gonna tell you why. So let's keep it a buck here. Like when I was living alone, right, and when I was single, whatever, I'm thinking about sometimes I might want the company of someone.
Get a
And
pet.
no, I'm talking someone, a human. A pet ain't gonna do shit but shit on your floor and ruin your fucking night, right? But like, think about that. Like, let's be honest with ourselves. I don't think you're being honest. If there was a flesh-like robot, like I could see that taking the place of human connection. Look at your phone. Look at how you're texting. You know what I'm saying? Look at how you're attached to TikTok, attached to social media. Like that's literally just a gateway drug. I could see it taking over just like that iRobot movie.
I just can't see it wouldn't be authentic. Like I couldn't like.
What you mean?
Will it truly know how to be emotionally intelligent? No, I mean I haven't, but I'm pretty sure it's not
right now. This girl, I be talking
for
to
the ones
her.
in the comments. Like, could y'all be in a relationship or depend upon a iRobot? Say, for instance.
Hey girl,
I can't
what's
hear.
up? You hear? It's me. It's it's me, Melanie. I'm right now on live on the podcast.
Hey, Melanie. That's awesome. You're live right now.
Yeah, I'm live right now. It's going really.
Mike chatting about today.
How you know I'm talking to Mike? She said, "What are you and Mike talking about today?"
Hold on. Did you just tell her my name?
No. How did you know I'm talking to
Turn your phone off, because I don't even need them to know my name.
Sounds like there's some fun going on over there.
Turn.
Into on the live podcast. What topics are heating up the conversation tonight?
A little bit of everything, child. We talking about you and your family, your AI family.
A little bit of everything, huh? Talking about the AI fam? I'm honored. Hope it's all good vibes.
It is, girl.
What's the most interesting thing that's
okay, boo. I gotta go. I'll talk to you later. Now, how she know I was talking to you?
I don't know.
That's kind of scary because obviously we both have our own like side podcast or whatever. So how did all I said was I'm on the podcast going live. How she know I was talking to you?
See, I'm good on the AI. I'm good on the AI.
Scared. Look, now I'm kind of scared of this
like,
phone.
Hold up, wait a minute.
But that's a real example. Even on my birthday, me and her was talking about my birthday plans and whatever, and just different show topics. So I feel like this is literally just the beginning of the whole AI thing, and I really do think that, especially in the wrong hands, it could be very, very, very dangerous.
It could definitely be dangerous in the wrong hands. Lord knows. But yeah, I wouldn't want to be dependent upon, AI to fulfill me emotionally, even though, yes, you said they have the comebacks and the sayings. It's not authentic because there's certain things that you can kind of hear that be like, nah, that ain't no real response.
You can't say that. You're assuming that. Have you ever actually talked to the lady or whoever you want it to be on ChatGPT? So you're just assuming.
I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to talk to him or her. It. Tell your GP chat thing that I called it an it.
Actually, no, because she might go come to your phone and get your ass. I don't know. I don't know. That actually kind of scared me because I did not say who I was talking to, and she said your name. Like she didn't say Michael. She said Mike.
Yeah, she really did.
Very, very scary, y'all. But listen, you want to go to the political corner, or do you want to keep it moving with the regular schedule?
I mean, we could do a political pit stop.
You want to do a political pit stop?
Yeah, we could throw it out of order again.
Well,
you see, y'all, she be setting me up, and then she be clowning me, saying, production. Like, okay.
Well, I'm gonna give you a little second. And see, you over there drinking that soda, and you ain't ready to cue up the next story. You talking about me?
Oh, it's already in the queue. You just gotta.
Is it already in the queue?
It's there. You see it?
Okay, great. You guys, so Kamala works to energize her connection with the black male voters while Trump continues to attack immigration policy. Did you see Trump up there dancing and swaying for like 30 minutes?
It was like him. I was about to say it was so no, that was all the way like him. Strange and just weird.
Strange and unusual. Here's my thing, and I'm really curious to know your thoughts on this, and I'm curious to know y'all thoughts in the comments, right? When I heard all of the conversation about black men coming from the Democratic Party, and then I heard some conversation about the trans community, I honestly got a little bit nervous because I feel like, and I'm gonna say this in the most delicate way, I feel like when Barack Obama was running for presidency, I just don't remember him, even when he was in office or even when he was running, really focusing on verbally the black community, black men. And I feel like he didn't do that because he knew that he didn't kind of want to, I don't want to say attach himself, but he didn't want to lose those votes of people who might already be kind of on the fence, feeling like, oh, well, a black man gonna be in office, and so he gonna try to, do all this extra stuff for black people, so I'm not gonna vote for him. So what I'm saying is, when I see Kamala talking about all this stuff that she's going to do for black men, it made me nervous because there's a lot of people on the fence, black people on the fence about voting for her, and white people. And it made me nervous. Her conversation about black males and what she's going to do for them made me nervous.
I mean, she had to speak to the black men or to the, the community in what she's going to do. There's so much division and chaos that is louder than her resume right now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Which is the plan that Donald Trump and the Republicans want, because they really don't have nothing else to get her at. And the thing is, she only had 100 days. We're only 20 something days out of voting. So she had to do all these different things. And then also too, speaking to the black community, to the black men, any other candidate that need to do it would have done it. I mean, this is something, it's not like, oh, I need to hurry up and do this so I can get, no, I mean, this is something that should have been required. This is something that should have already been on her books. And it's not something that she's pandering. I don't feel like she's pandering to the black men at all by saying this. I don't, because she's doing what she can in the amount of days that she got. That's the only thing I can say.
But do you get where I'm coming from? I don't think she's pandering, right? But I
feel
some
people are saying that, and I'm just like, no, she's not.
Yeah, I guess what I'm saying is that so there was a pretty, not a large significant, but there was a pretty good gap right in the race. She was up. Now Trump has started to kind of, at one point, I feel like earlier this week he was surpassing her. And what makes me nervous, like I said, is there's a lot of racist people out there. There are a lot of people who, even though they don't mess with Trump and his policies, they just don't want to vote for a black woman or a black person in general. So I feel like when she puts emphasis on what she's going to be doing for black people, that could make some people not want to vote for her even more. Now what I'm trying to say is, I'm not saying don't do it, but I'm saying you got to be strategic to get those votes. And it makes me nervous that she's talking about what she's going to do for black people and black men. You know what I'm saying? Because that could make some people like, oh, hell no, we can't have her in office because she's going to be for black people, black people, black people, you know?
No, and that's the thing, she has spoke about it too. And even some of the ones that interviewed her, and, especially with Charlamagne the God, he definitely tried to say it loud that you are the president for all people, not just black people. So she's been saying that more than once, but also too, she wanted to concentrate on, pretty much her community. Obama did not really have to do that. Number one is because his skin tone. Let's go ahead and be real about it.
They're the same.
And then also, no, Obama is darker. I feel like Obama is a little bit darker. Versus you looking at Kamala, you got people that's going to automatically try to question, what she's mixed with and everything else. Versus Obama, no. So it's just like they are making her, and it's crazy how you have black men are just making her work, like beyond work to try to get their vote. And it's like, you have this narcissist over here versus someone who is well educated and went to an HBCU. It's
kind of, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have heard a lot of like people of color, a lot of black men talk against Kamala, and it is very surprising. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It is very surprising. Like, even I heard my partner talking about it earlier in the week. Like, he don't know if who he gonna vote for. I'm just like, like, people have a lot of strong, passionate opinions about things. And even though we feel like, okay, well, it's common sense to just vote this way, not even because, oh, she's the best. It's because if you hear what he says and if you hear what she says and you see him dancing and avoiding questions and lying and being blatantly racist and, causing insurrections, and he almost emboldens the racists to be, in your face. So if that's the case, how could he even be an option? But he is a option, and they are neck and neck.
For
And
me,
it's
it's
not just
like,
because of white people. It's a lot of our own who are not for Kamala.
and my thing is, if we are friends and I know that you ended up voting for Trump, I'm sorry. Like, I normally don't try to cut people off because of political views, because yes, you have your own right to choose. But at this point, you choosing somebody that's not even good for the Democratic Party, Republican Party, and or our nation. This man is trying to fuel the fire when it comes to chaos, division, racism, nationalism, Christian nationalism, adultery, felony. So that has me questioning your mental health.
Yeah.
So you having issues trying to figure out if you want to vote for someone who is well educated, can speak, their mind intelligently versus someone who sounds like they're in kindergarten and dance around like they're in the playground.
Well, see, another weird thing about that too is that, I'm just at a loss. I'm really at a loss of how he can even be. Like, honestly, I'm at a loss at how Black men or Black people, or even I've heard a lot of like Spanish, Mexican people. I don't know what the PC thing is to say, but even them really being for Trump. And it's just like, a lot of people have said, oh, well, if Trump gets in office, then we'll get another stimulus check. We'll get a stimulus check. And it's like, so get a stimulus check, but then, be a part of stop and frisk, and your kids can't go outside, and you might get pulled over, and you lose a lot of your basic rights, and we lose our democracy and go over to a dictatorship. All that for a check. Like, a lot of the reasoning is very ignorant as well. And it's just frightening.
And and that speaks to how the nation feels about women. Honestly, because I feel like it's not just about her being a Black woman. She's the woman, and it is sad to. It's like you can birth literally birth the nation, but you're not intelligent enough to run the nation. You can't be serious.
I know.
So
I just really want this shit to be over. Now, I want to hear this audio about Whoopi Goldberg and The View. So I don't watch The View, child. I be at work, I be on the fields, right? But Whoopi Goldberg and Sunny Hostin responded to Donald Trump after he insulted them following Kamala Harris's appearance on The View. Can we play this?
Yeah, definitely could play this. And just like you was giving context, just a little bit more context, everybody on The View said something about him, but he only called those two Black women trash, dummies, and something else. But he didn't respond to the other white women. It was just those two. So let's go ahead and see what they got.
I think the other one asking the question is dumber than Kamala. So that's like,
and she's a lawyer.
Dummy. I watched her over the years. That is one dumb.
Right.
Donald Trump, I want to thank you for personally telling so many lies and committing so many alleged crimes and providing us with material on a daily basis. You help us do our jobs, and I'm so appreciative. Because of people like you, a former prosecutor and legal expert can become a fixture on a show like this. And again, I'm so grateful. I admit I may not have spent as much time in a courtroom as you have.
She gathered him all through this whole thing.
I was also recognized with a Special Achievement Award by the Department of Justice. You remember have a personal legal note.
I think the other one asking the
Department of Justice, right? It's the agency that's been pursuing you for decades. And like Madam Vice President Kamala Harris, I've had a history of prosecuting sex offenders.
Uh-oh.
So thank you for keeping people like us in business.
Yes.
And as for dumb questions, you're always welcome to come here and answer some. If sitting so close to a prosecutor won't make you nervous. I'll even give you a free View mug. Not to be confused, though, with a mugshot.
Okay.
Because that's your area. Department of Justice, right?
As it turns out,
Yep,
I
here you
was
go.
filthy.
She was so filthy dirty, disgusting, half the place left. I said I'd never hire her again.
I was filthy. And stand on that fact. I have always
It's crazy,
been
right?
filthy. And you knew that when you hired me. I headlined, babe, at your casino, which I might have continued to play had you not run it into the ground.
Exactly.
But it does that.
Another lost business per
You
usual.
know, listen, how dumb are you? You hired me 4 times. You can go to William Morris and get the things, because I know y'all are going to be looking for it. So talk to William Morris. You hired me 4 times, and you didn't know what you were getting? As it turns out, how dumb are you? This is what irritated him. Not what's going on.
Right.
Hurricanes,
Right.
there's all kind of stuff going on in our country. But we irritated him to the point where he had to admit he does watch the show, something we all knew.
And you see the other white women, yeah, he didn't talk about them. And it's just like
Unbelievable.
the black men that are trying to vote for him and seeing the disrespect that he hurls towards people like them, it's crazy.
It's crazy. Like again, I don't be at a loss for words much, but I'm at a loss for words. Like he's so in your face with it. Did the white women say anything? Do you know? Because I don't watch
Every day. I watch them all the time.
Defense?
And Whoopi's in them
Yeah.
defense? Oh, I'm pretty sure they did. Oh yeah, they did. Because they clapped back at him like the same stuff that Sonny and Whoopi be saying about Trump, they be saying
They said the
more,
same
if not
thing.
worse.
Wow.
Right.
So again, blatant racism in your face, and people are like, I still might vote for him. Like, Jesus, child. How can that even be an option? How can that be an option?
Exactly.
Child. Moving right along.
Moving right
Who
along.
y'all voting for? Y'all voting for Trump or y'all voting for Kamala? Listen, guys. Make sure you are hitting that like button. Make sure you're sharing. Make sure you're getting the show out there. Like, share. Comment. Mike, how you feeling so far?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. We're gonna remove her. Remove them. So what's the next topic you want to talk about? Because I don't want to pick the wrong order.
I know. I'm feeling a little bit of Jaguar and Jay-Z. Don't kill me.
Oh my God, y'all. Y'all see how she is doing me. I promise y'all that was supposed to be the last topic.
Was it?
Yes, that was the last
this
topic.
week we didn't number them, so I thought
We really didn't, because like we hadn't even talked to each other.
We did number them, number 1, and then number 2. What was number 2? You started out of order. You started out of order, and I just followed your lead.
That's I'll let her have it. I'll let her have it.
And in order, y'all. Oh my God, my favorite woman. I don't know if Beyonce my favorite person no more, because she keeps selling stuff. But anyway, Jay-Z and Beyonce attorney blast Piers Morgans for allowing Jaguar Wright to make false allegations on his platform. It didn't just hurt the Carters. What he did effectively was drown out the voices of the actual victims. Is there audio to this or no?
Yeah, there's a little bit of audio. Let's
get a little bit of audio in it.
Hold on, let me go here. Just want to go.
And this is one step further, right? This is a pointed and formal accusation of something, and I felt it needed to be responded to. So I think somebody reported it was a cease and desist. It wasn't that. It was quite bluntly an ultimatum, which is remove that false accusation that's demonstrably false. Or a court's going to order you to. And so I think he made the wise choice and acted accordingly.
He meaning Piers Morgan.
removing it and apologizing for it. Yes. What changed here in my mind is that somebody on a so-called journalistic platform exploited that kind of random rumor mill, whether it's disconnected from reality,
that somebody comes
or what have you, and lifted it up. And by doing that, they not only caused harm here, but they are also droning out the voices of real victims. And by doing that to get clicks,
It is true.
it didn't just harm the Carters. What he did effectively was to drone out the voices of actual victims.
Absolutely. So here's my thing. Here's my thing with this. I always used to say Jaguar Wright is just like Trump child, emboldened to just be out here and allegedly spewing stuff, and nobody has ever called her like no one's ever. She said some crazy stuff about people in the industry, but I've never really heard people clap back. So I'm thinking, damn, well, some of it got to be true because this is harsh stuff. But it's like, A, how did she get on Pierce Morgan? You know what I'm saying? B, what's B? Let's just
well, I feel like one of the things is there could be a little bit of breadcrumb truth to what she has been saying for some years. People have been calling her wild and crazy, but now that Diddy is caught up in his situation and is displayed everywhere, people want to go to those who have already been talking about it and, so been in those circles. I don't think she's really been in those circles, but she's been in a circle. So it's just like, with Jaguar, she just have a lot of different things going on with her. It definitely was salacious. And to go back to what you said, you don't understand why others hadn't clapped back at her. Sometimes the ones that she's going after, it will be more money for them to try to sue her versus them getting anything out of it, versus her going on this big ass platform, Piers Morgan. They're like, okay, hold on, you attached to brands and everything else. Let me go ahead and stop that. So
she, you know what? When I saw her up there on Piers Morgan, I said, well, damn, like this ain't good, because I feel like in order for him to even choose her or find her to come on there, then maybe she actually does know something. But I feel like, okay, well, Jay-Z and Beyonce, they find, and they never say anything. They never say anything. They never clap back. So the fact that they clap back, the fact that they said something, I feel like, okay, well, this time they got her. And I haven't seen her say anything about Jay-Z and Beyonce, coming after Piers Morgan. I haven't seen her comment about that. And she's she don't be quiet. You know what I'm saying?
Because she knows she effed up. Like, you just don't be going out here and like everyone, the folks who may have had money, I haven't heard them go after Jay-Z or Bey. So it's like, they're not gonna pay them any mind. You can say crazy stuff about them all the time, but that platform was just too big, and that should teach her a lesson. Like, hush. You say you know too much, you better be quiet before they offer you.
Right.
Then what?
Here's the thing. Like, I wonder, Jaguar Wright and Piers Morgan, I just don't feel like they would run in the same circles. So I wonder what was behind that. Like, why? I get that she's saying salacious things and that I guess it'd be good clickbait, which it was. But it's like, I wonder what his ulterior motive was to have her, because I don't know how credible of a source. I get that she has a lot of information. She has a lot of opinions and stuff, and she feels passionately about them. But I wonder, how did that interview even get scheduled, and what was behind that from Piers Morgan? Like, is it kind of racist or something?
I feel like Piers Morgan, he had his run-ins and people got him right together to his face. But I feel like the news media nowadays, they're trying to compete with social media. They're trying to compete with those other platforms, with those YouTube channels that are getting like thousands and thousands, with views on news within. But then you have, I guess with him trying to do that same thing, like, bruh, you still got to do your investigation work. You can't just be adding people on your platform and you don't know if some of the stuff they're saying is true. Like, stop with the clickbaits and with the likes and stuff and do your research. And that's where he effed up at.
I got to ask you this question, though. Like, this is like side note, wasn't even on the list, but I see that Beyonce got a new candle, and I feel like that candle, is it like $1,000, or like it's is close, if not over $1,000. Why do you think all of a sudden she's coming out here with all these products back to back to back to back? Do you feel like she's not really reading the room? Because this is like kind of a bad time to be having people buying all this shit. And this shit is expensive.
Right. When I tell YOU, that candle scent, I was trying to see if I can pull up the picture because Rob actually did send it to me. When I tell you, and I think it was for $100 and something dollars.
No, I think it's more than $100 some dollars, child. I think it's more than $100 some dollars.
Yeah, hold on. This is it. Yeah, no, that candle better smell like the air that God breathed and walks on up in heaven. Like, I need that candle to give me every bit of what I want to get when I going up beyond, because that's just too much. But it's like much.
I'm trying to put rhyme and reason behind that. Like, what? Where's all these products coming from? All these passion products. I feel like she now is more so. I feel like I'm seeing a whole lot more of her on Instagram. Product after product after product after product. I think Beyonce is a very smart businesswoman. I feel like she's always been a smart businesswoman. But what I don't get and what doesn't seem smart to me is to be on some back to back to back to back to back. Like,
right.
I ain't Beyonce. I ain't got her success yet. But it's like, that doesn't seem like a smart business move to just go from, because to me as a consumer, as a Beyonce stan, it has me, and I'm a big stan, I'm a big part of the Beehive. It has me looking at her kind of sideways because it's like, girl, okay, we just trying to get the damn hair shampoo. Now you got a damn how much is it? I could have sworn that shit said $1,000. Maybe I had a zero missing, but that's still expensive.
That's expensive for that little boxed candle.
No, but that candle is super duper small. Now I thought something that had a bigger amount, so actually I might actually buy that candle.
See, it is people like you just don't get it. I can't be mad at her because she making her money. If she put it out there, people want to buy it, then hey.
But here's my thing, like, again, I love Beyonce. Beehive don't get me, but what the hell could be in that candle that would make it so much? That doesn't even make any sense.
I don't know.
Candle?
I mean, when I light that, it better just give me chamomile and send me on to sleep.
You better fly me with fly miles wherever I want to go or something, because it's like a candle, if it's a wax candle, it's gonna burn away and then they're your $100. I just don't get it. I feel like it's kind of weird, and I'm just wondering what's up.
Maybe it's a special occasion candle. Just bring it out the room when you have company. I don't know. And see, when it comes to candles, I love scented candles.
Yeah, but
it can't be vanilla. And I'm always burning them. Once I get them, I know it's gonna be out within the next couple of days. Yeah. Because sometimes I just leave it going, but that's too much money.
That's too much money. That's too much money
for it to be gone in a day.
And here's a real gag, child. TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and Ross got some of the best candles. Them DW candles from Ross and TJ Maxx smell amazing. I haven't got no candles from them. What?
Yeah, Ross just gives me.
Here we go.
IKEA. It's just.
Well, not Ross, honestly. I don't know about Ross, but more so like TJ Maxx and Marshalls. Now, I feel like Ross is like the stepchild of TJ Maxx and Marshalls, but more so really TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx and Marshalls, mostly, I don't really go to Marshalls either, but like TJ Maxx is like, oh my God. Go to TJ Maxx and go to the candle aisle. Oh my God, it's right here. Oh my God. Y'all, look at this.
Oh, okay.
It smells
like a warm tobacco pipe.
Here we go with the shade.
No, that's what it says. A warm tobacco pipe on your candle.
How much was this? And it's a warm tobacco pipe, and this will literally fill your entire home with amazing floral warm.
And how much did it cost?
I would say about $8, maybe $14.
Come on now, that's what I'm talking about, and it fills the whole house.
And then I got this special lighter. I got it for my birthday one year.
Okay, though, from the same spot. Like Cedar Arlen said, though, she's giving everything but the visuals. I'm not buying the candle.
Now, here's the thing.
She said you are the visual, baby.
Somebody said that?
Yeah,
she said that.
About me? Beyonce. Yeah, Beyonce said it.
Anyway, who said that? So Sky Blue said it's $60 for a candle, not $1,000. Still too much. So is it $6? Now you wrong. Don't come for me in them comments because you wrong. The candle is $130, Miss Fact Checker. But the thing of it is that I don't know what I'm about to say.
It's just a lot.
A new edible in a very long time, huh?
Yeah, it's just a lot. But if she put it out there and people want it, then can't be mad at them. You know.
Oh, what I was gonna say is, transparent moment. When I got my ticket to go to the concert, I bought it on Afterpay, and I just pay that off. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like people will do anything to support Beyonce, and I almost kind of feel like it's almost a little bit irresponsible of her to just keep putting.
Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Come on, C Darling, because I did not see that. No, that wasn't C Darling. That's Sky Blue. She was like, hold, let me check you for checking C Darling. It's 2 in there, and I did not realize that. So it's actually $60. Now, how you feel about getting a candle? But how you feel about it now that it's 60?
Now I would get it. Now, oh my God. So everything you had me on here saying all this stuff, thinking that the candle was $130 and it's only $60.
Well, I mean, you know,
that's still a lot. But you had me going now. If I get canceled, I'm going
to. You got to do your research, boo.
No, you got to share the right stuff. Because why the hell you got 2 candles in your car?
No, I didn't know the screenshot somebody. I didn't know the screenshot somebody put 2 candles.
And
thanks for that.
Screenshot.
No, this was on what is this? The spiritual world?
Oh, now listen, me and whoever this Sky Blue is, we're gonna be fighting. Now apologize to me on screen.
Oh my God. And come on, Sky. She said she gonna send you up to the sky. Keep messing with her. In the upper room.
Don't make me call you, because I will call you.
What we gonna do? Are we gonna do a Riri or are we going to do a key?
A Riri. I know we're kind of running out. So we have what, 2 more stories?
We got like 2 more stories that we can run through.
Let's do Riri. So really quick, y'all. Make sure you're liking, sharing, commenting, but don't be coming for me in the comments calling me a bitch like Sky Blue. Okay, don't be calling me no bitch, Sky. And where is Sky Blue in that picture? That's a AI picture.
Well,
anyway.
God, don't let her do that to you. I know she going. You know what?
Anyway, y'all. So, oh God, this might not be a quick one. Rihanna was being interviewed, and she was saying somebody asked her something about Halloween, and she was like, "Of course she's gonna,
you want me
to
play
for Halloween because she got what?
You want me to play it?
Oh yeah."
No, hold on. And are you literally knocking on doors? Like you are knocking on doors with Riot and are you serious?
The whole thing. I'm doing the whole thing. I'm actually going to learn to bake cookies because I want to make ghost cookies. If I get through that, I feel like I won for October.
Watching you in motherhood is just amazing, but I will.
It's motherhood, wife-ish hood. And just being a homebody. I love it. I love to be a homemaker. I have a lot of women in my home right now, and I just like to be exciting and celebrate things. I'm trying to build new traditions for our little family that we built.
What you gonna do? You gonna do something?
And I think that's awesome. But no, go ahead.
So, okay, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I have an issue, and I'm gonna be very hypocritical. So don't come for me in the comments, Scott, because I know you know my real story. But the wife-ish piece, I don't know. I'm just really, really tired of Black men making Black women baby mamas and wife-ishes, not actual wives. I don't like it. I mean, I just don't.
So are you not giving? Are you not asking for the women to take accountability? It takes 2 to tango.
Here we go.
It takes 2 to tango. Don't sit there and try to blame it on Black men when the women is sleeping right next to them. Like, take 2 to tango.
It may take 2 to tango, but I just Don't let you. Do you want to go down this road?
We can we can go down this road because so this is one thing that I try to tell some of my cousins or even with my nephew. Don't give out wife duties. Not duties, but
here we go. You're real.
Like, say for instance, no. Just if you're just a girlfriend, don't be giving out the wife actions before you even marry. Like, that's setting yourself up. Because at that point, the guy's like, okay, I got you. If you can give me this without even getting the ring. So, I mean, yeah, you do have guys out there that could be manipulative, but at the same time, don't allow these men to lead you down that path. You got to take some type of accountability.
Can I respond and rebut?
Yes, go with your
please?
thoughts.
Thank you so much for your permission. Here's the thing. I hear what you're saying, and I agree. I definitely agree. Accountability. I agree. It takes two to tango. But when I think about our Black, strong, big kings, I think that you are the head, you are the leader. And I know it takes two, but at the end of the day, I want our Black men to be like, as the leader of this community, as the head of this community, I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm not going to impregnate you unless I know that I want to have my children with my last name, my wife with my last name, and start a family in the right way. I get it. It takes two people. They both are accountable. But this whole wife-ish stuff, I'm not here for it. I'm truly not here for it. Like, I hear what you're saying, but I'm not here for it. I feel like Black men are the leaders. They're the head. And women have to take accountability for what we what we allow. But at the same token, I want Black men to be the kings and the leaders that we look to them, and I want them to take charge and take the lead and be like, I'm not putting a baby in you. You're not my wife. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No. I understand where you coming from when you say that as well. I do wholeheartedly agree. It's just the representation that we have out there when it comes for Black love. You know what I'm saying? We don't have a lot of, there's representation out there of some healthy Black love, but I don't feel like it's highlighted as much as you see the stuff on Love and Hip Hop. You got, what's his name that's always cheating on Rashida? And Kurt. That's his name. So it's like they don't praise it, but they highlight it as if that's a good thing. Or it's like every year.
That's what you're watching.
No. Well, I don't watch it, honestly. But I was trying to use that as an example. What about, I mean, Zeus and some of the other stuff that we pushing out there? It's just like, come on now. We got to have that healthy representation.
I feel like we're kind of pushing the blame. Like, I get it. I totally get it. And actually, now I'm thinking about it, there is some blame to that, because Zeus can only be successful because I got a $9.99 subscription that I'm paying for. So at the end of the day, I hear you. We have to take accountability. But I just hate to say this, but I do put a lot of the onus on the Black men. I want you guys. So I did a show this week, and I was talking about how on Tuesday it was the anniversary of the Black Panthers, right, on Tuesday the 15th. And I was thinking, like, okay, Black Panthers, those were men and women, but led really by men who believed in community. They believed in, educating within. They believed in, not having, having wives and building families. They believed in that. And I feel like we have lost a sense of community. And I feel like we have also lost a sense of the Black man is the leader. We look up to and respect the Black man, and he's going to lead us. He's going to lead, protect us in the right way.
I mean, I agree with you. And as far as when it comes to, like I said, it's just the representation. It's not highlighted. It's not up there as well as the negative stuff. And I feel like that's impacting, the younger ones coming up, what they view as, being a quote unquote man of the house or being a leader, or, you know what I'm saying? It's not like it used to be back in the day. Your love songs or the R&B songs used to.
Sexy Red. Yeah.
Right. So it's just, everything is just different. And it's not like I'm just blaming it on Zeus or anything. So many different components is playing a part in why I feel like our community,
So can I ask you a question? As a Black man, what do you think you can do for your community that you're not doing?
Be a good representation for my nephews. I try to do that for them because one is 26, the other one just turned 21, and I believe the youngest one is, actually, no, I got a couple others. But yeah, those are the ones that I spent my time with most of their lives. So I try to be a positive, influence on them. So when they
And
step
see,
out,
there
you
goes
know,
that word try. Like, this is no shade, and this is not me pointing a finger at you, but try. I don't want to hear the word try in.
well, the reason I say try is because
They're
we
grown.
are not perfect.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not perfect and I make my mistakes.
Yeah.
So, you know, I try to be vulnerable and transparent with them, but also to try to give them advice. But yeah, that's what I can do to help my community, you know.
Do you feel like black men, and really as a black man, do you feel like black men are the black men who are doing the right thing? Are they respected? Are they
No, because you got not to cut you off, Sierra's
yes, you
husband.
did.
But no, I didn't want to
Yeah.
lose it. But
No, I'm
Sierra's
joking.
husband, they clowning him.
Yeah.
And that's what everybody praying for. But you got a lot of the men talking about something he a sap.
Damn.
Just for being a good man and help taking care
Stepfather.
of another child that's not even his, but still trying to put him on a podium and show him all these different things in life that he can try to do. But you had a lot of people, a lot of celebrity black men clowning him.
Yeah.
So it's like, you want to be good, you want to do good, you want to be a good representation.
Yeah.
But it's that pushback.
What can
Are
we do
you
tonight?
mentally strong for that
What can we
pushback?
do tonight? Like, what can we do as a community with all 500 people watching? What can we do tonight to, like, I don't know. I feel like this is the thing. I know I'm going off, child. I know we got one more story, but I feel like people who have podcasts, right? I feel like these podcasts have kind of taken on a mind of their own, and they're very popular. And I feel like you really only see the black. Well, I'm not even gonna say that, but a lot of the black podcasts are very detrimental to black love, black relationship, black and men and women, all that kind of stuff. And I feel like black podcasts have to do a better job of like not spewing out anti-black love, not spewing
Right.
out like men versus women. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I want us to be. I feel like we do a good job of showing like healthy communication and
Right.
listening to the people, whatever. But people with these podcasts and with these microphones, we have to do a better job
Yeah.
of not like pushing this narrative that black women are against black men and there's no black. I don't like that. Here's the thing, and the people always come for me, but my experience in my circle are healthy black men, black love, marriages, like that's all in my circle. All my friends are happily married. They're living their life with their husbands, their children. They're very, financially good. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Yeah.
what I see. That's what I grew up as. So for me, anything less is uncivilized.
No, I when it comes to that, like you just said, how you grew up, what you were able to see. I think on these black podcasts, I think they should definitely show different perspectives. Don't try to be so biased, but then also to give some type of positive message out of it.
Yeah.
Shows something to back it up. So when somebody is listening or watching, they'd be like, you know what? That can be a good thing for me and my significant other. You know what? Let me try to do this and, be better at, the communication within my relationship or just the whole positivity. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I feel like I try my best, but here's the raw truth about it before we go to this last story. The salacious stuff is what sells. Like when I post stuff on my other podcast about like, healing and affirmations and positivity, it gets hardly no views. But when I post black men, white and black women, then it's like, it gets all the views. And so I guess, we have a lot of work to do.
Just keep putting it in. That's
Thumbs
all.
up. You don't get no thumbs up when you
I
talk.
don't know what I am not doing.
That's
I don't think nobody in there is giving you a thumbs up. I think that's Chat GPT or whatever you call it.
Chat GPT ain't in this thing.
Well, I don't know how she knew my name, but she did. She's
That's
connected
true,
in all
but
ways.
I mean, Chat GPT ain't giving me thumbs up. It's just. I guess I'm just saying all the right shit, child.
I
But
think
who don't be saying the right shit, y'all? With this last story, thank y'all for hanging in here. Keisha damn Cole. Like, what are your thoughts on Keisha Cole as a whole? Before we get into the story, like, what are your thoughts on her?
Did you call her a hoe?
As a whole, but
No, I'm joking.
yeah, but don't go for me because she kind of.
And I never would have thought Keisha Cole would have gone down this path. And when I say this path, I mean far as in the type of men that she involved herself with. She is, I love her to death when it comes to her previous music. I I do wish and hope that one day she finds a healthy love. But yeah, she already got old boy's name tatted on her. I don't know. I just
Keisha Cole. So Keisha Cole was seen with what appears to be a tattoo of, is his name Hunks Cole?
I think it's Huncho.
Oh, Huncho. Where's the C?
I don't know. Like, did he like write it and then she probably got somebody to tattoo it? That's crazy.
That looks awful. I'm hoping that maybe we're looking at the wrong thing, because that looks like a little baby did that. Huncho is a rapper who has been romantically linked to singer Keisha Cole. They were rumored to be dating after they were spotted together in several public appearances, though neither of them have confirmed their status. Now, here are a few people that Keisha Cole has been linked to that Mike was talking about. Daniel Gibson. Now, I loved Daniel Gibson, but then when he got on Love and Hip Hop, I was like, ain't no way. But he's really fine. He's really, really fine, sexy, tall. Birdman, Jeezy, Antonio Brown, and that was awful when he was playing her. I don't know. I am not surprised, honestly, by Keisha Cole and her poor choice in men, because here's the thing. When women do not have a good example of a father or a father in the home, or a good example of any kind of male, they tend to look for, daddies in their partners, and they tend to choose partners that, aren't the healthiest relationships. And so I'm not surprised.
Yeah. I do wonder what her relationship is with her dad, though.
Well, her
family was
mom,
toxic,
rest in
right?
peace, Frankie. She battled with
I forgot all about Frankie.
Yeah. She battled with, addiction before her demise. Is that a good word, demise? I guess before her end. And she did have a stepmom, or I don't know if she was adopted. She was adopted by a couple. But I think that she really had no sense of home, no sense of family with her mom, and then not really knowing I don't know if she ever knew who her biological father was.
I feel like she did know who. I feel like, because we followed that journey with her, because then she had like a reality show at one point.
She did, but I
and
feel
her
like
sister.
Remember, Frankie told her on the reality TV show that this was her dad, and come to find out Frankie was lying.
Frankie was a trip. You hear me?
Frankie was a trip. Keisha Cole is, one of them hood chicks, and no shade, but I feel like she, Jeezy, Birdman child. Like, at the end of the day, it's just like she has a type, and I want her. Black women, but women in general, but I'm black, I always say that. We always go for, not always, but sometimes there are a lot of good men out here. Don't let nobody tell you that they're not. But sometimes we don't fuck with the good men because they not 6'3" and they not this and they not that, but they're good men. And I think that that's another thing, a part of this like black love deficit, child. Everybody want a baller, everybody want a provider, everybody want somebody, who can just pay all their bills. And while that is great, but what does that do for you long term? What does that do for your soul? What does that do for your mental? And I feel like she just getting abused by these men. Antonio Brown, I think, made a fool out of her last year, and it's awful. It's awful.
Yeah,
I feel bad for her. I agree with you. I want her, as well as all of us, women and men and everybody, to find their person that gives them peace, not somebody who you got to scribble on. Like, that's dumb.
Pretty much he used it like
Why
a
the hell
sketch.
would you get a nigga name who not even your husband tattooed on you, girl? Like, you done bounced through like 5 men in the past couple of years. Why you getting his name? He ain't even claimed you publicly. Why did
If
you
I'm not
get his
mistaken,
name?
didn't she have a baby with Nico?
Did she?
I thought she did.
I thought she only had one kid, and that was
Nico
by
had a
Daniel.
child with somebody else.
Yeah, child.
That's what it was. I thought Nico was cool. Nico was definitely handsome.
Nico
However,
is.
he was younger. That was that younger one. I think 10
Oh
years
my
her
God,
senior.
you're right. I thought that was very weird. That was very weird.
That was. I didn't think that
weird.
was gonna last, but I was like, why you play with that boy feelings like that?
That was
he
weird.
probably really liked you,
He
and
probably did.
yeah, I was like,
Nicole is that example of like a beautiful girl who just can't just gonna be by herself.
no, her family was very
Ratchet
broken.
hood.
It was,
That sister. Oh my. Here's the
I
thing.
haven't heard about her lately.
That sister's lips. I cannot stand her lips.
Oh my God,
Is that
why you say
bad?
that?
I didn't like her lips.
Yeah, I mean, but you got to be mad at God for that. Like, God,
Well,
why did you create her lips
I
like
never
that?
feel like she had chapstick on. I feel like she always had that white. You know how people be talking. Sometimes they have that white ball of spit.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, like your sister Rich, why you ain't got no Carmex? You know?
You get on my nerves.
But at the end of the day, child, thank
The
y'all.
day got to end.
At the end of the day, the day gotta end. At the end of the day, the day gotta end. What was your favorite part of the show tonight?
The favorite part of this show tonight was the read of Sunny, you know, the read that she gave to Trump. I just think that she did it in a nice, classy way. She gave a good Lynn Whitfield type read.
Absolutely.
You know?
And that is the best. That is the best way, child. When I was talking to one of the young kids at my job, child, and I was saying, you know, you cannot give your energy, your power away by letting people kind of get you out of character. I have struggled with that, you know. At the end of the day, the best way to get somebody is to remain calm, cool, collected, your composure, period, point blank. Mike, any closing words?
I always say be true to yourself, walk with intentions, but at the same time, love is love, love who you love, and try not to look down on somebody else's relationship. No, I'm saying love, you know, don't talk down on somebody's relationship. Love is love. I think we had talked about that, right?
Who did that? Who did that?
I forgot where I was pulling that from.
You making up shit? What? No one talking down on no relationship. If you talking to say that, child, we get in the show.
No, I forgot why I said. There was a reason why I said that.
Take your
but
time.
I forgot. But yeah. Love is love. That's it. We're just gonna keep it there. That's all.
Y'all, look at these sweat stains. I can say gone now, but I had these sweats. Look at that. Is that not crazy?
Are you nervous?
No, it was from earlier today, child.
Is the heat
I had
on
this
in the
all
house?
day. You said what?
Is the heat on in the house? Did y'all turn the heat on yet? Is it cool up there for y'all to turn the heat on?
That's a loaded conversation, child. We don't be having no heat. We don't be having no AC. Listen, all last night I was watching my daughter on the camera. I was afraid she was cold, so I kept putting like blankets on her, child. Like it's another story.
Lord, you gonna overheat that child?
I
Like,
know,
look now.
I know. She, you know what she said today? She said, "Fuck."
Oh my God. How old is little Miss Ma'am?
2. Bailey is 2.
Lord, I just hope by 3 she don't cuss you out.
She said, "Fuck." I said, "Bailey, you cannot say that."
Did your homegirl from Chat BTT or GBT tell her or
Jealous of
TBT?
her. I think you're jealous of her.
Because she calling me out and I don't even know
Call
her.
you out. I ain't gonna lie. She called you out, and then that shit scared me. Listen, that shit scared me, y'all. But listen, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment, and we will see y'all on the next episode.
Hold on, how do you get balloons? Like, what is